Okay.
So, good evening, all of you. In today's class, we are going to study the first concept is what is red data book. So, please, all of you keep heading red data book. So, let us discuss what is the meaning of this red data book means. So, it is just which we used to mention the names of extended and endangered species. So, which we have studied in the last class. So, what is the meaning of extended and endangered species? Extended species means which we are not going to see anymore is called as extended species. Maybe they are both
Yes, sir.
flags. In the same way, which are having a facing the risk of extinction are called as endangered species. So even I have given you what is the examples of endangered and extincted object sorry animals and plants in yesterday's class. Correct? Yes or no? So that is what we have studied. If you are mentioning what is the
But
meaning
you didn't say that plants, sir. Extended
Yeah.
plants. Extended plants, I think you didn't say, sir.
extended plans? Okay, no issue, no issue. But what is the meaning of this red data book means? Remember, red data book is the publication, like normal, some publication, which keeps a record of all the endangered animals, plants, and other species is called as red data book. So, if you open this red data book, which will contains a list of species which are in danger of becoming extinct, So there are different red data books, which is for plants, which is for animals, and other species. So the red data book are being published in many different countries and provide useful information on understanding the threat status of the various species. How many are there? What is the count of them? What is the risk of, understand the percentage of risk. Either their count is supposed to see, it is close to the thousands, is it close to the hundreds, close to the tens, then it is extreme risk. Is it yes or no? It is what it will give you the red data book. Understand? It is not constant. It is not the same throughout the country. Country to country, this red data book will varies. But everybody, you suppose if it will comes to the India, understand? We used to call it as red data book of India. Means it will mention the endangered animals and plants. It is regarding to the India. It will belongs to India. So as we have studied, if you consider this red data book in India, what kind of animals will be present? Suppose if I'll consider red data book of India. So what animals will be present? Endangered animals. Yesterday I have shown you, correct? Red data book of
Flying squirrel.
red data book.
Flying squirrels.
Red data book of India if will take. So as we
Cheetal.
have discussed yesterday, last so many animals I have taught you. So that is all animals if will come endangered species. There, what it is? Flying squirrels, Indian
Cheetal.
next Barasinga
Cheetal.
is located, cheetal, black buck, Himalayan musk deer, great Indian rhinoceros,
Asiatic lion.
snow leopards and tigers. That is all we have studied.
Indian great rhinoceros.
So even small animals like snakes, rats, what is that? Like lizards, bats, wolves, everything, frogs. These all the animals are going to be in the
Insects. Any insects are like extinct, sir.
And also we have studied lion-tailed macaw, Namdapa flying squirrel, Kashmir stag. Have you remembered?
Yes, sir.
Asiatic lion. Reddy said yesterday, Asiatic lion. These all the things are called as endangered species of what? Endangered species of
India, sir.
India. So under the red data book of India, this all the animals will come. So that is what we can say. If you go to, suppose if you type red data book of America, you can come to know the endangered species of plants and animals which are located in the America present situation. So this red data book will give you the useful information on the threat status, how they are going to be affected with severe or okay, somewhat we can manage them, or else we have to take an immediate action. That is what it will say the status of the various species, the threat status of the various species. So the advantage of maintaining this red book is we can come to know which species of animals or plants, etc., are very small in number, and facing the danger of extinction, so that understanding, like suppose you see, is it that this red data book of India is it constant every year, or it will be varies?
It will be very, sir.
Definitely it will be very. So that is why it will give you the time reminder. Understand? It will suggest us that, oh, this animal is count is fall down from this much to this much in this year. So that we have to take this. This is the immediate remedy or cause we have to take against this. We have to save them. We have to conserve them. Like that, it will give you the time reminder. That is what you should remember. It will give you the time reminder. Steps can be taken by the understanding authorities concerned to preserve their extinction. Like what we have studied, like tiger. You may notice it. Indian tigers facing problems, so that our government has been started. What is that? Project
Tiger,
Project
Project Tiger.
only the motto of conserve tigers. So that is the reason.
Yes.
If you are following the red data book, then it will give you the timely remedial steps can be taken by the authorities or public, whatever it is. Anyhow, public will never take care of anything. So only the government of India or the state governments authorities has to be concerned to prevent their extension. That is what we used to call as red data book. So are you feeling red data? Are you having use of not red data book?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that is what you should remember. So this red data book is having two uses. What is that? It will give you the information on the threat status of various species, and as well as if you are maintaining this, what it will come to know, we can easily come to know which is in present in what is the count of them. Understand which species of animals or plants are very small in number, and what kind of facing, what kind of why that number is reducing, what is the factors are affecting them. Understand? So the facing and danger extinction, which are close to the facing the danger extinction. So what kind of remedies we have to take care? Everything has been controlled or given by the authorities concerned to prevent their extinction. Is it yes or no? That is what we
Yes,
should
sir.
red data book. Yeah, red data book does not contain any kind of extinct animals or plants which are already dead, lost member of that species of passed away, then that has been deleted from the red data book. Only which is less in count has to be preserved. That is what the red data book of India or red data book of any country is not yet.
Animal has extinct recently, sir.
Yes. What recently?
Sir, which animal has extinct recently, sir?
Okay, we'll check it. Just even I don't have even idea, but definitely so many will be there. One minute, we'll check it.
Very
Recent extinct animals in India. Do you want to see recent extinct animals? Around Asiatic cheetah, they are saying. Do you want to see that? We just see. Yeah, I will show you. They are saying that Asiatic cheetah, but I don't know. I do also not having information. So you can see here. They are saying that Asiatic cheetah, this famous case is now famous again due to the recent decision. Reintroduced the locally extinct Asiatic cheetah back into India. So that is what you can see here. 6 charismatic extinct Indian animals in the last 300 years. So let us say, you want to see? I will show you. Recently extended. They will show you. This is what one is extended. Bahubali Dhuna.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Indian Aurot.
The Indian Arok. This is what first they are saying. 5 extincted animals. You see here, they are mentioning 5 extincted Indian animals with the last few centuries that have joined at the 6th mass extinction. Okay, da?
Okay, sir.
Malabar civet. This is looks like something. I'm first time I'm seeing this animal.
Yes, sir.
Looks like a Tamil ray. Have you noticed it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. You may observe the Malabar civet. This is also extended. It is, I think, they have kept in museum. Correct? That the skin alone they have kept. In. Yes. The
Statue, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next, where there is they're giving address? No. Okay. Next one, pink
Sir, you
headed.
said that, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, you said I'm sure it's very useful.
Pink-headed duck has been done. Next, Himalayan quail. This is also actually very. This is a very rare bird. Actually, this is also extended now. Next, Indian Javan rhinoceros. Yesterday I have taught you correct. Only two are there. Actually, one, recently, I think passed away both. That is why this is also understanding under this one. And this is Asiatic cheetah. Asiatic cheetah. These are the 6 animals. Recent means last 3 centuries it has been passed away. Okay, da?
Okay.
Yes, okay, sir.
Just you have a information that is even I too don't know. That is why just we have just look and have a look. That's all. So now let us comes to the definition of red data book. So what is red data book, Ra?
Endangered animals throughout the year, like a period of time.
Do you understand? Ready? Right.
Yes, sir.
Red data book is the book. Red data book is the book. Red data book is the book or publication. Publication means a printing press. Do you understand, Ra? Which keeps
Yes,
a
sir.
record of all the record of publication, which keeps a record of all the endangered species, or you can write plants and animals. Bracket you can write endangered species, animals, plants, and other species. That is what we should solve. Red data book. Do you understand, Ra? Next. Second point. Red data books are being published in many different countries. Red data books are being published in many different countries. And it will give the what? It will give the information of
Endangered animals.
animals. Understanding how the risk, how much risk they are. That is what you should write. Endangered different countries and provide useful information on the and provide countries and provide useful information. Information of the threat status of various species. So example, if we'll take example, what is the example, Ra? Red data book of India. So what is the animals listed animals? Any 3 or 4, etc. you can give. What is the animals? Flying. You can flying squirrels.
Snow leopard.
Yeah.
Cashmere dog.
Flying squirrels.
Eagle, Asiatic lion.
Leopards.
Snow leopard.
Cat.
Desert cat.
Yeah,
Desert cat.
yeah, you can take
Desert cow.
Indian rhinoceros, that is all you can remember. Barasingha, everything, etc. You can read. Okay, da? You can write any 2 or 3. And, you want, you can remember all the things also. If you are having more brain, you can remember, no issues. I cannot remember all. So, okay, 1 or 2 I will remember. Next, write. Next, you write. Red data book. The advantage of maintaining red data book is that the advantage of maintaining the red data book is that the advantage of maintaining red data book the red data book is that what is advantage, Ra? Is that
Records of some endangered animals and save itself.
animals and plants are which species of plants, and we can come to know which species of plants and animals are we can come to know is that we can come to know which species of plants and animals which species of plants and animals are very small in count, very small in count, and facing the danger of extinction, and facing the
Danger of extinction.
facing the danger of extinction. So immediately what it will say, what the action we have to take care, correct or not? Extinction. So that timely reminder steps, so that extinction, so that timely reminder steps, taken by the authorities can be taken by the authorities to prevent what? To prevent the
Extinction.
extinction. That's all. So that is what is red data book. Do you understanding, all of you? Yes, please write it. So if you understand this, the next concept which you are going to study,
Sir, I'm writing it, sir.
yeah, write it. Completed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So yeah. Okay, then you can keep it. So the next concept which we are going to study is very interesting one. Understand what is called as migration. Is it?
Sir, migration means keeping quiet only, sir.
What am I?
No, sir, nothing, sir.
Migration. What is the meaning of migration? Do you know already? Correct. Tell me.
The birds like move one place to another place, sir.
Yes.
A group of birds.
Climatic conditions are the need of food and shelter for few months, not permanently. Understanding? For few months. If any birds and animals will travel from one place to another place, and again they will be back to their original place once the class, every situations will be clear. That is called as migration generally. Correct or not? So, what is the meaning of migration means? Migration in people is different. Suppose you take Reddy and me. We people are also migrated people. We are from Andhra. Is it yes or no? That is another kind of migration. Do you understand, Ra? So here we came for the purpose of job or earning money or something. So, but coming to the migration from according to the science, what is the meaning of migration means? Remember, the process of a bird or any kind of animal, not only the birds, basically birds will come, which we used to see so many things in our India also, which will happen. So let us comes to the migration. So the process of a bird moving from one place to another, according to the season, is called as migration. Do you understand, Ingra? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Maybe depend upon the atmospheric conditions. The seasons are not comfortable to live in that particular place. So, due to avoid that atmospheric conditions, to want to sustain, so they will travel from one place to another place during that particular seasons. Do you understand? Like birds or animals. That is what we should call as migration. What we should call? Migration. So, when a bird or any kind of animal moves from one place to another in one season and returns in a different season is only called as migration. Means, suppose for example, you see, in winter season, I usually don't like to stay in Andhra because very cold. Suppose you take Kashmiri people, winter season extremely cold, almost like a frozen state. So that in a winter season, they may come to our South India, and again, once the winter season is getting over, they will back to their original place. That is what we should call as what? What we should call?
Migration.
So what is the use of this migration, which I already have taught you? What is the use of this migration? So migration will give you what? They want to survive. If they want to survive at that particular season, it is not comfortable to live there, sustain there, to keep the eggs or to give the birth to a baby or to sustain their offsprings or themselves. So that is why the migration of birds or any kind of other animals is this adaptation, understand, adaptation to escape the harsh and cold conditions of their normal habitat. Extremely cold, so nobody can sustain there. They cannot lay the eggs, but birds it will take. They cannot hatch the eggs. If they will hatch also, they won't even live, because that much harshly, that atmosphere is like a curse during that time. It's a curse. Curse in the sense of, do you know what is the meaning of curse? Sapam, Tamil also sapam, correct? Telugu sapam, Tamil also sapam. Yes? Now Tamil what?
Telugu what, sir?
Telugu sapam. Sapam means yeah, Tamil it will be something like okay. Curse means it is bad for us. That is okay. So like it is very harsh, and particularly the cold regions only, from the understand, like polar regions, like the places only, the birds will start migrating. Extremely cold during winter season, it is very difficult to survive there. So that is the reason during that, to survive, they will travel from that place to another place. Once they will come to know that the season is getting over, then again they will go to their original habitats, normal habitats. So that is what we should call as migration. Do you understand, all of you?
Yes,
Yes or no? So now let us discuss. When the winter sets in cold regions of the earth, like in a polar regions, when it is winter season has been started, that is what we should call as when the winter sets in cold regions of the earth, the climate becomes extremely cold. Do you know that even frozen state almost? Understanding means like in a solid state, all the water, everything, if you keep the water like this, it will become solid. That much extremely -°C will be there. So the birds which normally live in these regions, they will migrate, means they will be fly off to far, understanding, and they will start far flung warmer places on the earth to escape the extremely cold winter season. That is what you should remember. Extremely cold winter climate, and they want to survive. So once the winter season is over, sir, how they can come to know means, that is nature's gift. We cannot say. So once the winter season is over, these birds fly back to their original habitats in the cold regions. So that is what we should call as migrated birds. You may observe the birds
How
which move, move from
sir,
cold regions to warmer regions in winter and again back to after their winter is over are called as what we should call Ram? Migrated birds. Do you understanding? Migratory birds. Understand, Shruti? So these migratory birds, if we'll take, understand, suppose if we'll observe cold regions of the earth, as we know, polar regions, understand? So the every extremely cold temperatures will be there at the North Pole and South Pole. So the animals which are living, or is the animals, it is not possible, but few animals will migrate. So, but basically birds, they will start fly off from the
Elephant will migrate.
what?
Elephant.
Elephants, I don't know. Actually, though the elephants which are living in this polar regions, we used to call it as mammoths.
Sir, today,
What?
sir, today news came that elephant migrate, sir. That they are
Kilometers
going to.
and they have been reached now China border. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, because of thirsty, they don't have a water, so that they have been traveled from India. They have migrated to. They are almost traveled more than 500 kilometers with even 15, a bulk of 15 elephants. Is it yes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I know that they will migrate, but very rarely. Do you understand? That is what you should remember. But birds is it is common thing. So that is what during the because of winter season they will be back. They will come to the warmer places, and again they will be go back after the winter season is over. They are only called as migratory birds. So these migratory birds fly to far away places. It is not like 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers. Just definitely will be thousands of kilometers, because cold region means not only at that definitely hundreds of kilometers will be cold region. So they cannot sustain in that region, so that they will far away. Understand? They will start fly to far away places every year during a particular time period before winter sets. Like in the sense of yes, winter is going to come next to 10 days. Like that. They don't have a calendar, but they can analyze the season, so that they will start migrating. They will start fly away, far away places during that particular time because of climatic changes. Like a symptoms they will observe. Yes, I think maybe going to come the winter season, so that they will start go away. So what is the main use of? What is the purpose of this migration? Can you able to say why they want to migrate? Because
They
of
can't defend the winter season, sir, so that they can migrate to summer.
the purpose of migration of birds is to survive by escaping the extremely cold conditions of their natural habitat, and also for breeding. What is the meaning of breeding of birds? Breeding means what? Laying eggs. Is it yes or no? Yes or no? That is, you may observe, I will say you, one of few birds which are migrating to the India, they will lay the eggs in India, they will make their babies here by hatching, and while they are going back to the Siberia, they will take. Sir, then how they will remember thousands of kilometers? Is there anybody navigating them? That is all nature only come to know. Nobody knows. They will travel thousands of kilometers, but how they will travel, how they will reach back to their original place and all. Really, it is amazing, and even nobody knows yet. Is it true or not? How we can come to
Yes,
know?
sir.
Particular season, here we will observe that birds, and after that season over, they will no more here. Okay,
How they can know? Sir, how they know that is their place, sir?
that is what I'm saying. That nobody knows, but we are observing them. Their particular season time they are here, and after that season time they are going back to their original place. That is what it is nature's. Do you understand? We cannot predict it. Do you understand? Suppose you see,
No.
like that is really nobody knows actually. It is by maybe God's gift how they are migrating. Really, it is amazing only. Thousands of kilometers. I suppose if I will leave you now, Chennai itself, you people will feel difficulty to come here. Correct or not? If I am not saying anything. Yes, your mother or father is not there. Tell me, Johan.
Will they migrate for warm season, sir? Sir, that is summer season.
Yeah, they will come. Actually, in cold countries, see, summer season and winter season is not same for everywhere. Understanding? There, the different climate, and here we have a different climate. By the time only, it will be migrated. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
That is. So, for example, you take our Indian country is almost warm state. Our country is close to the equator line. So most of the states we have a warm climate only. Suppose you take our Pudukkottai. I think there is no much difference between the winter season and rainy season and summer season. Is it as?
Yes, sir. Winter season.
It will send us a temperature of around 20-25. Minimum temperature it is. Yes or no? That is what I am saying. But if you go there, extremely cold, like in the sense of, minus 60 degrees, minus 40 degrees, like frozen state it will be. So very difficult to sustain during winter season, particularly in that regions. For example, you see, India is one of the destinations of many migratory birds coming from very cold regions of the earth. Remember, almost like thousands of kilometers, they will come, they will start flying, and they will come, they will migrate to the Indian warmer places in India. Suppose if we'll take, understanding, here they will come and they will breeding, and they will laying the eggs, and they will make their babies by hatching, and they will be get back once the winter season will be getting over. So the one of the most commonly migrated bird which comes to India every year. We used to see different animals, different birds which is coming to the Indian destination, so many, but regularly the bird which will come every year for a few months is the Siberian crane. Do you understanding, Ra? What is that? Siberian crane. Understand? So Siberian crane, if you'll observe, definitely every year, few months it will be, understand, staying in like a guest. It is coming to the India. So the normal habitat of Siberian crane is Siberia, which is extremely cold place. Which is what? Extremely cold place during winter season. If you want, I will show you the location of Siberia. Understand, so that people will understand. So how much distance it is traveling every year, you can feel it. Siberian, you can see Siberian crane, Siberian tiger, but the tigers and all, they cannot travel thousands of kilometers. You can see Siberia to India distance. You can come to know here. 4,000 kilometers approximately. How much, Ra, Johan? 4,000 kilometers during every winter. They used to fly out 4,000 kilometers from there to there. Again, they will migrate same 4,000 kilometers. Then imagine how fast they are flying. And how, that is what. So maps you can observe. Siberia where it is located. Just we will observe. Very.
They will fly continuously, sir.
What?
Without no rest, they will fly
continuously. They will fly continuously. That is what the strength of them. That I don't know how it is happening and how it is really. It is. You can see here where it is present. Siberian, almost in Russia, where it is. Oh, it is not showing properly. Satellite map. Okay. So we don't need to waste time now. So you can see later where it is present. Here it is there. Where is our India? I am not seeing my India.
Down if you.
Okay. It is not showing here. So let it be. So like see, around 4,000 kilometers they are traveling every year to escape from their winter season and to sustain here to breeding. That is the thing. So that is what we can say migration. What we should call it? Migration. Understand?
Migration.
So, Siberian crane is the one of the bird which used to come every year for a few months to understand India. The normal habitat of Siberian crane is Siberia, which is extremely cold place. So when winter sets in Siberia and it gets extremely cold, the Siberian crane flies thousands of kilometers and comes to the warmer places in India. That is also not every year different places. They have been set some place in India that is called as Bharatpur in Rajasthan. What is that? Bharatpur in Rajasthan. And same way, Sultanpur in Haryana. Sultanpur and Haryana.
Is it like a forest, sir?
Yes, they are reserved forests normally, but you can see the wild. They are actually national parks. There you can see during particular season, if you'll go, we can able to see the Siberian cranes. Okay, so but after that months they won't be observed. After a few months they won't be. They will get back to their own place. So they used to migrate every year from understanding from the Siberian to here, like Bharatpur in Rajasthan and Sultanpur in Haryana and some wetlands of northeast. Understand northeast and some other parts of India. So if we'll take this year, the Siberian cranes stay in the warmer places in India just for a few months. Once the Siberian cranes fly back to the Siberia when the winter ends there and climate becomes favorable to their understanding sustainability. So that is what we used to call as migration. One of the most famous bird which is used to come regularly to India is Siberian crane. What we should call? Yeah,
Siberian.
tell me.
Sir, will it come to South India, sir?
South India also few places, but I don't think so. It is usually set into the northeast only. Few places, wetlands of northeast and all, because they used to live in. Our temperature is extremely hot for them, Johan. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Our temperatures is extremely hot for them because they are living usually cold countries. So that for them, if you are giving a 10 degrees, 15 degrees also, it is already more temperature for them. If it will comes to Tamil Nadu, Andhra, then it will